Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video and I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming part 2 to the Q&A that I filmed last week or the week before. You guys sent me in so many questions and I talked for so long in that video, but I still didn't get to everybody's questions. So as promised, today I'm going to be filming a part 2 to that Q&A and I'm excited to be sitting down with you guys again because I took the last week off of YouTube in order to honor the Black Lives Matter movement. It just didn't feel right to be posting my regular content when there were so many more important things going on in the world in terms of the murder of George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter protest. So I've spent the last week educating myself, signing petitions, donating, learning as much as I can, and supporting people of color who are really fighting for basic human rights right now. So there's a lot of important conversations that have to be had, and honestly, I have felt really impressed and empowered by the amount of support that I've seen on social media for the Black Lives Matter movement. It really does seem like we're moving in the right direction when it comes to positive change, but there is so much work that still needs to happen. So even though I'm going to be back to my regular content and posting on YouTube, don't think that I've forgotten about the Black Lives Matter movement. I am still educating myself and I'm still trying to be better every single day. So in order to keep this Q&A a reasonable length, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the questions. I have them here on my phone and I'm going to start with probably the juiciest question that I got asked and probably one that a lot of you guys are wondering about. So Cecilia B asked, I know it's a rather personal topic, but I think it'd be interesting to know how much money you are able to make online. I think it'll be a helpful benchmark for others who are thinking about building an online business. So the first thing that I want to say about making money online, and the good thing about making money online, there's really no limit to the amount of money that you can make. You can make a few dollars online, you can make a few $1,000,000 online. So that's what I really like about online business and making money in the online space, is that unlike a salary where you're making a set amount of money every single year, there's no limits. Like, you can always push the boundaries, you can always make more money when it comes to being an online entrepreneur. But that being said, making money online is difficult. It's a lot of long nights and sometimes it's a lot of work with no return for years. So for example, I started my YouTube channel a little over 3 years ago and I only got monetized in August of 2019, so less than a year ago. So that was years of work that I was putting into YouTube and building my online business that I was seeing no money come into my bank account in return. A lot of times making money online is also related to the size of your audience. So I know a lot of people will say size doesn't matter, subscribers doesn't matter. And although this isn't something that you should focus all of your energy on, it's no secret that a bigger audience will allow you to make more money. When you're working with brands on YouTube and they see you have a really big audience, they're going to be willing to pay you more for brand deals. When you have more people watching your YouTube videos and you're getting more views because of the size of your audience, you're going to be making more money from Google AdSense. And the more people that you have watching your content or that you have in your online community, the more likely you're going to have people that are going to buy your online products if you were to sell them. So just to give you guys an idea of how much money I make on YouTube, I make a few $100s every month, which is a great side hustle. It's a great part-time job, but it's not enough to sustain me full-time. So I can't pay my rent, my utilities, my car payment with a few $100s every month. And that's why when I filmed my life update video that I'll leave linked down below if you guys want to check that out, I explained that I had to get another job because a few $100s just wasn't enough for me to meet my long-term goals. Me and Aaron want to have a family one day. We want to buy a house. For right now, I just can't justify only having YouTube as my full-time job. As my channel grows, I'm sure that amount will increase. Another thing that I want to say about the income that I make from YouTube is that it fluctuates every single month. So for example, during the coronavirus, a lot of big advertisers pulled out because they weren't making as much money, so they weren't spending as much in advertising. So a lot of YouTubers were seeing their revenue go down because people just weren't advertising on YouTube. And that's why YouTube can be a little bit like touch and go. In December, when it's Christmas time, people are spending a lot of money. There is a lot of advertisers putting their ads on YouTube, and so you generally make more money. And that's why a lot of YouTubers will do Vlogmas. They're uploading vlogs every single day of December because the ad revenue is so high and they know they're gonna make a lot of money. What's also interesting about the income that you make from YouTube is that every single video brings in a different amount of money. So for example, my Q&A videos make a lot less money than my videos of me talking about side hustles to start. For whatever reason, money related videos on my channel will make a whole bunch more more money than just my videos about me showing you guys my day or doing a regular Q&A video. The next question that I have comes from Maggie Azell. I hope I'm saying your last name right. And she asked, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? So my favorite YouTubers are Kristen Johns. I don't know if you guys watch Kristen. Her and her husband, Marcus Johns, were in a terrible bike accident last month or a few weeks ago. So she hasn't been posting much lately. She broke her leg. It was a hit and run accident. So my heart goes out to them. It was so awful, but I love Kristen's videos. She is literally like the sweetest human I have ever seen online. She's so nice. They have 2 cute dogs, and I just love watching her videos of her baking and just doing stuff around her house. Her presence makes me feel so happy, so that's why I like watching her. I also love watching MEGHAN Hughes and LINDSEY Hughes. They're sisters, but they have 2 separate channels, and I've watched them for years. MEGHAN lives on this cute little farm in Oregon. She takes care of her pigs, she does gardening, she cooks a lot of vegetarian meals, and I just love like watching her live everyday life. Another person that I love watching is JINTI. She's an Australian YouTuber. I'll have all of these channels linked down below, by the way, but she's an Australian YouTuber who lives in a bus with her husband and her 2 little kids. And I love watching Ellen Fisher as well. She's a family channel. She's a vegan who lives in Hawaii. She always makes the most delicious looking recipes, and she takes care of her baby. She just had a new baby, and I just love like living vicariously through them because they're always going to the beach or hiking to waterfalls. So yeah, all of the people that I mentioned, I will have them linked down below, and I highly recommend you check them out. True Caller said, tell us about your work as a social worker, past and present, love your videos. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. And I thought it was really nice that you asked about my work as a social worker because it's not something that I talk about a lot on this channel, but clearly you're interested. So I'm going to give you a really quick rundown. So in 2013, I graduated high school and I went into my social work degree. I did my first year at Ryerson in Toronto, and then I transferred to Memorial University, which is in Newfoundland. All of my social working has been with youth. I was really interested in mental health, and that's what kind of got me into being a social worker. But why I love social work is because there's so many different avenues that you can go. So you can do the traditional child protection role, you can go into mental health, you can do adult education, homelessness, addiction. There's so many different things that you can do with a social work degree. They're all basically helping people, which I think is awesome. Like, what better way to spend your time and to spend your time making money than by helping people in the process? So while I was going to school, I worked with child protection. I was also a supervised access worker, which means I would take kids from their foster care homes, and then I would go and meet their parents who they were taken away from at the time for various health and safety reasons. It's just safer sometimes for kids that have been taken away from their parents to be supervised during their visits. So I did that for quite a long time. And then I also worked at a community youth organization that helped youth who were dealing with addiction and homelessness, sometimes who had dropped out of school and were looking for alternative education opportunities. Once I moved away from Newfoundland where I went to school, I came back home to Halifax, Nova Scotia. I got a job which was primarily a desk job, helping other organizations learn how to properly or how to best work with youth. That job was really great, but it was a desk job and I really missed working on the front lines. Then I started working on my YouTube channel, so I was only doing social work part-time and doing my YouTube channel on the side as well. But now I just recently applied for another social work job, which I got, and I'm not gonna say a whole lot about it because the city that I live in is pretty small and there's that confidentiality piece when it comes to social work, but I do work with youth again. I'm a support worker for youth who are dealing with mental health issues, homelessness, addiction. But yeah, I love the work, and that's kind of just like a quick little rundown of my experience as a social worker. The next questions I have here come from Cameron Renee, and Cameron came through. She asked a whole bunch of questions. She said, did you ever feel like quitting YouTube and getting a different job? I have never felt like quitting YouTube because I love it so much and it's such a fun side hustle. But as I explained in my last life update video, I did decide to get another part-time social work job just to support me on the income side of things so that I can work towards my financial goals. Cameron also asked, do you want to have kids? And yes, I would love to have kids one day. I want to have like 3 or 4, depending on how the pregnancies go and depending on how much pain I'm in when I give birth. But I've always wanted to have a big family. It's just me and my brother in my family, but I think it would be so much fun to have a bunch of kids. Christmases and birthdays would be so much fun. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to having kids and having a big family one day. She also asked, would you consider doing the 2-week shred? Not because you need to lose weight, but I just really like watching those types of videos. I see those types of videos online all the time. Like, I tried Chloe Ting's 2-week challenge to get abs or whatever, or like 2-week weight loss challenge. And I think that's great for the people that want to be making those videos. Sometimes they leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, only because I know so many people struggle with their weight and with their body image. Because I have a platform on YouTube and a lot of people follow me and probably look up to me, I don't feel like I want to be making a video that promotes people to want to change their appearance or want to change their weight. I think everybody is beautiful the way that they are, and weight loss is such a personal journey for so many of us. And there's a lot of times that we'll compare ourselves to people online, even though we have totally different lifestyles, we have a different body structure, but when we see other people lose weight, it makes us feel like we should be trying to lose weight, and I just never want to push that on anybody. So I don't think I'll be touching on weight loss or exercise routines or anything like that on my channel. The next question comes from Ricky Ibarra, and he said, "Hey Christina, can you tell us what you like to do in your spare time, or what are your favorite hobbies?" So obviously a lot of my hobbies are related to YouTube. I like videography, I like video editing, creating video ideas and things like that. But when I'm not working another job or doing YouTube, I like to just spend time outside and go on walks on nature trails with my boyfriend. I also like to do a lot of cooking. So one of my favorite things to do is to try a new recipe and watch YouTube videos while I'm cooking in the kitchen. But other than cooking, spending time outside, and YouTube, that's pretty much all I do for fun. Oh, and I really like to watch movies and watch Netflix too, but I usually don't say that because I feel like everybody loves to watch Netflix as a hobby, but that's pretty much it. Alright everyone, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to check the description box down below for all of the other videos that I mentioned for you guys to check out. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because I really appreciate it and it really supports the channel. And also don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you can join our YouTube family and be a part of all of my future videos. Also down below in the description box, I have my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook page, and all of that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!